Who doesn't like to see some extra money in their savings without having to sacrifice their living standard? Saving is the money left after subtracting all our expenses from all our income. This is the money you can ultimately invest and grow. Well, there are two ways to save money. Yes, you guessed it right. Either you increase your income or reduce your expenses. In this video, I will focus on the latter. Hi guys, my name is Parul. I make videos on how you can improve your money management to achieve financial freedom fast. And I have masters in economics, so I try to make videos on very important economic concepts that I feel everyday people should understand to make better decisions about their financial life. Last month, I posted a video on how to save money and I got a very good response. So I thought of creating another one with a little bit more options. So today I'm going to share with you some frugal living hacks that I apply and they actually work. These tips are simple and practical, so anyone can start implementing them right away. While some of these may seem common sense, it is still good to watch this entire video because you may find something new that you haven't thought of before. So let's dive in. First off, let's talk about grocery shopping. Buying generic brands and planning your meals in advance can save you a ton of money. And don't forget to take advantage of loyalty programs at your favorite stores. They give you discounts, and those points can really add up. When it comes to non perishable items or those with longer shelf life, you can buy those in bulk to save money. Next tip is to learn to cook at home instead of dining out all the time. You'll be amazed at how much you can save. In my family of four, if I cook at home 5 days a week, I save almost $100 a week. Also, eating more at home might be a healthier option if you plan your meals and buy groceries that are nutritionally rich. Of course, if you don't cook, you need to see what works best for your schedule and how to transition into cooking at home. I understand not everybody can have a home cooked meal every single day, and we love the breaks and eating out. So it gives us the happy feeling. But if you can, try to slowly decrease the number of times you go out to eat. For example, start by reducing it by 25% and gradually increasing it. If you have a partner or a spouse or older kids, then maybe you can involve them in cooking and making it a family bonding time, especially during weekends. Of course, for that, you will certainly need a better meal planning, especially since we all have very busy lives. Nevertheless, it is doable if you incorporate simple and healthy options to cook. One way to do is, which I sometimes do, is to make extra servings of food in an instant pot and use my freezer to save it for future. And next is if you go to grocery, bring your own reusable bag so that you don't have to pay 10 cents for every bag that you use. Next tip is all about energy efficiency. If you want to save on your energy bill, then use natural light during day and switch to LED bulbs at night time. Also, if you turn off and unplug electronics and chargers when they are not in use, you can reduce your electricity bill. Try to run the big appliances during off-peak hours like washer, dryers, and dishwasher. You can check this information on your energy provider's website because they charge you different rates at different times. For most places, peak hours are between 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is when you get charged the most. So try not to use the big appliances during this time. Also, having an app like Nest will help you monitor how much your AC is running and how to control it. Another tip is to adjust the thermostat in your home because a few degrees can make a big difference in your energy bill. I keep my thermostat at around 78 degrees Fahrenheit during daytime, and usually for nighttime during summer, I keep it around 76, which is a comfortable temperature to sleep. And for winter months, I keep it around 70 to 71 Fahrenheit. I prefer wearing long sleeves, light sweater, and pants at home than to keep my thermostat at 73 or 72 or higher temperature, because I feel that I can save on electricity bills by, following these simple techniques. The next tip is about the interest that we pay on our mortgage. If you follow my channel and news, you must be aware that the Fed had been raising the interest rates for a very long time, almost more than a year. So this affects how much interest you pay on your home loan, right? So, and the Fed has stated that until they achieve the inflation rate of around 2%, they will keep raising the interest rate, or at least not lower it. So anytime you find interest rates lower than usual in future, make sure to refinance your mortgage. The next cost saving can be done in the entertainment area. Cable TV bills can be expensive, so consider switching to streaming services instead. But many times we take too many streaming services that we don't even use that much. So, honestly, on an average, if you're working full time or studying full time, how much TV do you even get to watch? Maybe a couple of hours max. Studies show that most people do not get the time to watch that much TV, and we often end up paying too much for each service. So, you should consider how many hours of TV you can't live without. What we do in my house is we alternate between streaming services based on the shows we plan to watch during that season, so we don't have to subscribe to more than what we need. By the way, if you're liking this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It helps us small creators grow and give us the motivation to keep making helpful videos. This is very important, and I want you to really pay attention, is that don't try to copy others who appear richer than you. You don't know their financial situation, so make decisions to be rich instead of looking rich. Don't go in debt for things that you want but you cannot afford yet. Instead, save at least 20% of your income each month that you can ultimately invest and grow. And you can follow a rule that is called 50-30-20, which means that 50% of your income should go on your needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% on saving and investing. Next, if you have too many subscriptions, consider canceling some, like for example, gym memberships or magazine subscription. It's really the money wasted. So unless you use the gym for 4 to 5 times a week, paying more than $20 a month isn't really worth it. We get tempted by their deals and may use them for some time, but most of us get busy with our lives and cannot continue for whatever reason. I'm totally in favor of exercising and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And I do have another channel where I talk mostly about those topics. So there are definitely free resources that you can use, and simply start by walking 30 minutes a day, and you can do a few yoga exercises for stretching that are really helpful for your overall health. Also, all the information about the world of entertainment you can just get by borrowing magazines from your local library if you like reading that stuff. Also, if you like to, read best-selling books, first check them at your local library before you buy them. Sometimes we take a service which is free for a trial period. Usually, these services require us to give the payment information, even though they don't charge for the trial period. Um, and then they give you the option to cancel at any time during the trial period. But life happens and we may forget to cancel it. Then unknowingly we get charged for the next whole year. So I would suggest not falling for those offers unless you are very disciplined and can keep track of all your free trial subscriptions. One way is to set a reminder on your phone so that you can cancel before the trial period ends. I want to say that saving money doesn't mean that you have to completely give up on the fun. Sometimes we just need to explore. For example, if you want some free entertainment, you can check out your local parks, libraries, and community events in your area. If you have any credit card debt, make sure to pay that off ASAP because the credit card debt interest is very high and it can lead to a lot of money being wasted. This money you could invest in a low cost index fund or ETF and generate passive income for your retirement. And if you have time and interest, you can learn skills to do some small home repairs or landscaping to save both your money and time. In my house, my husband and I have done a lot of DIYs. We have learned this watching YouTube tutorials. So definitely you can try those. Next, let's talk about ways to save on transportation. You can consider carpooling or using public transportation if it's an option for you. This can help you cut down on gas expenses. This is another of my favorites. If you want to save on gas, keep your car's tires inflated properly and drive at a steady speed. In terms of gas prices, I notice Arco has better rates than other gas stations. When it comes to clothing, shop during off season so you can find great deals. You can also avoid paying full price by using coupons or any type of other shopping deals. Usually around Thanksgiving, Black Friday, you'll see great deals on winter stuff, and I prefer to buy a lot of my winter stuff during that time. When we pay with credit card or debit card, we don't sometimes know how much money we have spent. We easily fall prey to online shopping deals and offers. So studies have found that pleasure of online shopping release a happy hormone called dopamine. Oftentimes we just want to buy something because we see others using it. Here's when we need to stop and think about if we really need it. Does it bring value to my life? An additional tip is buying clothes, shoes, and accessories that are not just meant for one time purchase. Buy something that you can use more often. We all need a few party wears and special occasion outfits, but choose this number very wisely. We work hard for the money and we need to use our judgment while making any purchase. Most of the time, the pleasure we get by making any purchase is very short lived. So, we suffer from this thing called shiny object syndrome. So, always think before giving to this instant online need to splurge. One tip is to leave the item in a shopping cart for a few days and then decide if you still need to buy it. You will be surprised at how many items you didn't really need. And speaking of temptation, avoid shopping when you are feeling low because retail therapy can be very costly. Many of the companies we buy from these days offer return services, some up to 90 days or more with a receipt. So, by procrastinating returning an item, we sometimes may forget the window, and I'm sure it has happened to some of you. So, either set up reminder or do it as quickly as possible so that your item doesn't sit with you and you don't lose the hard earned money. Next is before making any big purchase, take your time to compare prices online to make sure you're getting the best deal. Also, don't be afraid to negotiate when making a big purchase because you never know how much money you could save. If you want to save more on your monthly bills, you can try negotiating with service providers for lower rates. Now, let's look at some other ways to save money. Instead of buying expensive cleaning supplies, DIY your own using simple ingredients like vinegar and baking soda. You can add a few drops of essential oil of your choice to make your own DIY cleaner, which will smell really nice. It is both a cheap and environmentally friendly option. Do you also know that you can save money on your water bills by just fixing the leaks promptly? This can really add up. You can also install like low flow, faucets and shower heads. Also, you can use washable rags to clean kitchen counters than to use paper towel all the time. I use two cloths a day and just throw them in my washer every night and it gets washed nicely with the rest of my laundry load. Finally, remember that frugal living is a mindset. It is about making conscious decisions that align with your financial goals. It is not that hard, so please give it a try. And if you like today's video, please hit the subscribe button and I will see you soon in my next one.